Hi everyone, welcome back to Borrow and Build. And today's video is what everyone gets wrong about using margin to pay bills. This is a question that many people ask themselves, and in reality, it's not a difficult answer, but people have to understand the difference between using fiat money, meaning the dollar or paper money, to pay for things, and or using your assets to pay for things. This is my Robinhood account. And over here, I have up to $21,000 in margin that I could use. As of now, I have used $4,700 of margin. So this margin that I'm using now is because I pay my bills, I go grocery shopping, I pay my car insurance, anything that has to do with bills, in a way. I buy assets. When I get paid, I deposit my money, most of my money, not entirely my 100% of my paycheck as of yet, but I will deposit about 80 to 70% of my paycheck into this. And why do I invest almost my entire paycheck into this ETF, into my assets, and then borrow my own assets to pay the bills? So I am in this website. I'll share it in the link. And this shows you what $1,000 invested in 2015 will be now, just that $1,000. So remember that most people, they work, they use their time, their greatest asset, they use the time they have in this world and create things. And when they create things, they earn fiat money, they earn cash, dollar, paper money. Now, when you are going to pay for things, you use your time, which is your greatest asset. So instead of you using your cash that you have earned with your time, which is a greater asset, and you buy assets, let's say you put this just into the S&P 500, which is a total return ETF, doesn't pay like a high dividend, but it's about a total return. So I'm using this as a cornerstone, as a bedrock of as a foundation of this video. You put $1,000 in 2015 and it grows to about 3,700 with dividend reinvested, let's say. But if you pay that money to, to Costco or to your grocery store or to your car insurance or to your car payment, if you pay for gas with cash, when you do these things, think about this, please. You are throwing your money away. This is mind boggling. So the thing is that the more you do this is what people are not understanding, because they teach us that you have to go to work, you have to get a job or graduate from school and everything. You have to get a job and work. And with that money, you pay for things. And then whatever's left over, you invest it. Not save it, invest it. Because savings has no value. What has value these days is to invest your money. So they tell you to invest at least a 10, 15, or 20% of your paycheck. But the way things are now, people are hardly investing their money. They can just probably invest about 10% or 5% or sometimes even less. So when you deposit your entire paycheck, you buy these assets, and then you use your assets to create wealth. Then that means that over time, margin is going to be optional. Look at this app. It's called Stock Events. Don't worry about my holdings, but look at this. As of now, I'm getting about $5,500 in dividends. So this dividend that I will receive over the few months or every month, almost $500 according to this uh, calculator dividend tracker. It's gonna pay me up around $500 a month. Most of this ETF, most of these dividends will go back into the S&P 500, SHG, this type of growth ETF. I want those to be my foundation. So some of them, like probably half of it, or most of half, will go back to pay my margin, which is this. This is my margin. I want to reduce this margin right here, my $4,700. As you can see today, I received a payment from ULTY of $76. So that $76, I didn't reinvest it back into Ulti itself. I let it sit on my buying power, and that reduces my margin. So if I get paid about $75 weekly times 52, if I get paid about $75 per week times 22, that's about $3,900. That's equivalent to $325 per month that I receive, more or less, right? Sometimes more, sometimes a little bit less. And that reduces my margin. And as you can see here, I keep buying SPOG every single day and SHG every single day. Sometimes I buy Ulti $7 every single day. So while I'm doing this, it'll reduce my margin. And remember that the most important thing is that my assets are working for me behind the scene. Sooner or later, this account that it's using margin as of now, margin will become optional for me because one of these days I'm gonna be making so much money, not just in appreciation but also in dividend, that again that margin is gonna be optional. So that's what everyone gets wrong about using margin to pay bills. They are thinking with the noble logic that I work hard and I pay for stuff with their own money. But in reality, the way things are going in this world, the way things are set up for us for the working class. So by doing that, you are literally throwing your money. You are not buying assets and using assets to pay for your stuff. So, in my opinion, this is what I think people get wrong from buying margin. They have to understand that by doing this over time, margin will be optional. And that's the optimal. That's the North Star. That's the whole point, that margin becomes so optional. This is the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And if you have any questions, please ask and I'll try to answer it.